Michael Wilbon here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, before I let you go, I want you to put you in the position of Bears fan here. Ryan Pace said today, general manager of the Bears, they're going to make a decision on Trubisky's fifth-year option in May. What do you think they should do, Michael?
Well, it depends. It depends, Rich, on the options. I mean, what are the options? Is it Marcus Mariota? Am I getting a real upgrade there? If I knew, he's got to know what the options are. When he says they're going to make it in May, he better spend the next 2.5 months figuring out what his options are. I'm not as down on Trubisky as a lot of people are. I'm not. And I was originally down on the pick because they traded so many picks. They traded so much to get him on draft day. Well, they didn't have to. They could have just said the Bears select Mitch Trubisky. There wasn't a posse of teams trying to get at him. So Ryan Pace screwed that up. Let's be fair. General managers, they often don't take the hits for their own decisions, and they come back and say, we got to make a decision on this guy. Well, you should have made the right decision in the first place and drafted Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. Now, having said that, I'm not as down on Trubisky. I think he needs to be coached by somebody who is committed to coaching him.
Huh. That's the coach of the year? That's the 2 years ago coach of the year you're talking about, Michael. What do you mean by that?
2 years ago. Where did that get you in the NBA? Where did that get the coach of the Detroit Pistons? Where did I get Dwayne Casey? Really,
Dwayne Casey, right?
Got him fired. The same season. That gets you nothing. But I don't. I've had people tell me who are in position to know. I mean, no. He spent all this. He spent part of that time dreaming he was still back in Kansas City and coaching Mahomes. Well, if you want to coach Mahomes, you should have stayed there. You got this guy. Yes, he didn't draft him. They drafted him before Nagy got there. Coach him. How do we go some games where the guy doesn't run at all, use his legs at all? There's so many inconsistencies. I don't want to get into it because I'm not an off-season fanatic, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you I watch tape. But I talked to players and former players, and I've talked to players from Kansas City. And their whole deal is he doesn't want to coach him. And I'm like, God, really? And those whispers, Rich, were there in Chicago. And you just say, okay, this is just talk. It's just, look, Nagy can coach. I'm not saying he can't coach, but he's got to want to commit to this guy. Now, if he doesn't want to do that, and Pace knows that, then go ahead and then don't sign him. But do I believe that Mitch Trubisky can be a playoff quarterback in the NFL? Yes. If coached up. And I think coaching is woefully inadequate today relative to I go through the 1985 standings. I've done this with my producers at PTI, and I've just gone through the coaches and coordinators. And it's like today, it's like I would throw over most of the coaches today for the guys who were coaching then. And you can say, well, you know that now. No, we knew that then. We knew a lot about that then because you still had Shulas and you had Landry's and you had Hall of Fame guys, and the secondary guys even won Super Bowls or got damn close. And so I think he can play at a playoff level. The Bears got to a Super Bowl with Rex Grossman, Rich.
Well, they're the defense.
I feel with the defense and special teams that they usually have, including this past season, and I know how it undermines great defense. People say, well, the Bears defense didn't play up to the level every day. No, because they were angry half the time. I've learned this from knowing the likes of Mr. Dick Butkus. When people would walk off the field defensively for the Bears Hall of Famers, they would walk off the field, and Brian Urlacher too, and they would say to the offensive players, can you just hold them until we get back? And this is the history of that franchise. Right. So now you're asking me to dump a quarterback who went 12-4. That kid went 12-4 too, didn't he? If Nagy went 12-4, didn't Trubisky do that?
Well, part of the reason
why I'm not as down on him as others, but it depends on whether that guy wants to coach him. Honestly, commit to him and coach him.
Yeah, the reason why he won Coach of the Year is he went 12-4 with Trubisky, Michael.
That's right.
He was able.
I'm you can tell I'm conflicted. And I'm not as down on Trubisky as a whole lot of people. I think he can win in the NFL.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.